This is a demonstration of the Inheritance Territories feature, including the enhancement available in Update 21B. Let's start with a brief overview of Inheritance Territories. They enable simpler territory management for shadow or overlay sales organizations. They also allow overlay territories to easily follow the prime territory at no additional administration costs. Inheritance recipient territories are created by using the territory hierarchy or more details UI via proposals. For each recipient, you select the source territory. Here's an inheritance territory example. The US direct sales prime territory is owned by Terry Wong and covers the United States, large and very large size customers in any industry, plus a specific UK customer, Apex Solutions. The overlay US Industry Specialist territory follows Terry's territory, but only for the high-tech industry. This territory has an override. Let's demonstrate how to create an inheritance recipient territory. We're going to create the US Industry Specialist territory that follows the US Direct Sales territory with an override. First, we create a proposal, add recipient territory. Let's add global sales to the proposal, and we create a new child territory, US Industry Specialist, that's of type overlay and is owned by James. Now we add the inheritance via Actions, Inherit, and Edit Inheritance. First, we select the source territory, and that's going to be US Direct Sales, and save the changes. So you can now see that the coverage of the US Industry Specialist territory is a copy of US Direct Sales. It has inherited its coverage, which covers the United States, large and very large size customers, and any industry, plus the account inclusion Apex Solutions. Now we're going to add the override. The industry coverage is going to be restricted to high-tech only. We can then activate the proposal in order to make the US Industry Specialist changes active. One of the great benefits of inheritance territories is when you're updating source territories and recipients. So in this example, we update the source territory to include the geography Canada, and there are options available to automatically update any recipient territories to have the same coverage, in this case adding Canada to the US Industry Specialist territory. So now we're going to demonstrate how we can make updates to a source territory, and then the options available from the UI to be able to update any recipient territories. So within the More Details UI, the first thing I need to do is create a proposal, and I'm going to be updating the US Direct Territory, so I name the proposal appropriately. Then I go into the US Direct Territory. I'm going to add it to the proposal, and then I can go and edit the coverage. I'm going to add Canada as part of the address coverage. Having done this, I can then, under Actions and Inheritance, choose the Update Recipients option, and this will automatically update any recipients that are associated and have the source territory of US Direct Sales. When I've made all those changes, I can activate the proposal. In Update 21B, we have improved the inheritance territory performance. So there's different ways to update territories. We showed you before where you were making an update using the UI. But you can also update source territories using import and also the REST service. When source territories are changed, a process can be used to update the recipient territory. Now there's a faster option to update the active recipient territories without using proposals. When scheduling the update inheritance recipients process, the process parameter maximum number of territories in a proposal is now set to 0. This improves the performance when regenerating inheritance territories and also minimizes the changes to recipient territories, which is important for customers that have large territories and very complex territory definitions. In this final demonstration, I'm going to show how you can run the Update Inheritance Territories process. So I navigate to Tools, and then select Schedule Processes, and then I want to submit a new process. I can search for the Update Inheritance Recipients process, and having selected that, I'm then able to see some parameters. So in this case, I'm going to search for territories that are owned by Terry and start with US, and it's the US direct sales territory. So that was my source territory that I updated using import management, and now I'm going to run this process to go and identify all the active recipient territories that are associated with US direct sales and make the equivalent updates. So in our example here, the US Industry Specialist Territory is going to get updated to include the address coverage of Canada. One last thing we wanted to show you is the documentation. So in the implementation guide, in the territories section, if you expand territory coverage, you can see there's a number of topics on inheritance territories, creating a territory inheritance, changes to source territories, as well as changes to recipient territories, including end inheritance. And these give you a brief overview and instructions on how to use territory inheritance. This concludes our overview and demonstration of the inheritance territories feature, including the performance updates made in Update 21B.